And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today's video is all about my paychecks in July. I think pay is very important because due to lack of money, a lot of people quit. So I showcase my paychecks on my channel to give you the real in reality when it comes to being a flight attendant, and especially one that is on reserve. So again, this is the month of June, my blank schedule. So REA is my reserve type because almost 3 years in Denver, I am still on reserve. I had a line in April because I had vacation. So REA is my reserve type. That is from 12:01 a.m. to 1 p.m. So when you see that on my schedule, that is when I am on reserve. So I start off with a 4-day reserve block, 2 days off, another 4-day reserve block with 2 days off, a 4-day reserve block with 2 days off, a 4-day reserve block with 2 days off, a 3-day reserve block with 3 days off. And for the month of June, my block was at 0, credit 0, year to date 319 hours and 8 minutes with 11 days off. Now let's look at the final schedule in comparison to this blank schedule in June. And the 1st through the 4th, I started a 4-day reserve block. And the 1st, I was on reserve and was not used. The 2nd and the 3rd, I had a 2-day trip in DC. So the 2nd, I was in DC, and the 3rd, I did return back to Denver. And then it looks like the last day of that reserve block, I had a turn. And RIN, I believe it means reserve inbound or remain if needed. So basically, when you are on reserve, until you are released, you can still be used for another assignment. So they forgot to release me, so that is why you see that on my schedule. The 5th and the 6th, I was off. And the 5th, I did pick up a turn. And the 6th, I was off. And the 7th through the 10th, I started another 4-day reserve block. And the 7th and the 8th, I had another 2-day in DC. So the 7th, I was in DC. And the 8th, I did return back to Denver. Now for the 9th and the 10th, I had a 2-day in Orlando. So the 9th I was in Orlando, and the 10th I did return back to Denver. And the 11th and the 12th I was off. And the 11th I did pick up a turn, and you can see the trip does go into the 12th because when I got back to Denver it was after midnight. And the 13th through the 16th I started another 4-day reserve block. So the 13th I had a turn, and the 14th and the 15th I had a 2-day in Phoenix. So the 14th, I was in Phoenix, and the 15th, I did come back to Denver. And then the last day of that reserve block, the 16th, I was on REB. Now, this really made me upset because when I came back from Phoenix, they basically put me on reserve REB. REB is from 11 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. I've never had that reserve type. I don't prefer it, but they are able to do that with their contract. And the 17th and the 18th, I was off. And the 17th, I was off. And the 18th, I did pick up a turn in Denver. The 19th through the 22nd, I started another 4-day reserve block. And for that block, I did pick up a 4-day trip in Vegas. So the 19th, I was in Vegas. The 20th, I was in Vegas. The 21st, I was in Vegas. And the 22nd, I did return back to Denver. But again, they did not release me. The 23rd and the 24th, I am off. And the 23rd, I am off. And the 24th, I did pick up a turn in Denver. And the 25th through the 27th, I did start a 3-day reserve block. And the 25th, 26th, and the 27th, I did pick up a 3-day trip. So the 25th, I was in San Diego. The 26th, I was in Dallas. And the 27th, I did return back to Denver. In the last 3 days of that month, the 28th, 29th, and 30th, I was off. So the 28th, I did pick up a turn. And then the last 2 days, the 29th and the 30th, I was off. So for the month of June, my block was 103 hours and 45 minutes. Credit hours, 118 hours and 19 minutes. Year to date, 549 hours and 17 minutes with 5 days off. Now let's look at these paychecks. So you see the net. So here is the first paycheck in July. You see the net pay, my pay period, I was paid on the 5th for 37.5 hours. All right, company business hours, that is something new, but that is 0. F9 card incentive is the second check. F9 F8 tips is the second check. F8 holiday double time is the second paycheck. LTD, which is long-term disability, imputed, 425. Non-tax per diem. So all those trips that did result in a layover, that per diem is non-taxed. So $551.19. Over 75 and 82 is the second paycheck. Parking pass, a second paycheck. Perfect attendance is every 6 months, and that is 6 months of not having any occurrence. Regular guarantee time is my base pay of $29.84 by 37.5 hours. Regular pay is the second paycheck. Taxable per diem. So every turn that was assigned or that I picked up, the per diem that I made was taxed. Vacation payout is once a year, and it's on the second paycheck. And my deductions, company paid ADD, 0. Company paid life, 0. Company paid long-term disability, 0. LTD imputed, they did take the 425. So premium dental, dental is free, but I did opt for a premium plan because I plan to get work done on my teeth in the future. Traditional PPO is my medical insurance, $135.22. Union dues, $50 a month, $25 every pay period. And vision is also free. And these are my taxes for this particular check. So let's look at the second check, which is known as a cleanup check. And this is that second paycheck. And you can see that once again, I am a multi-thousandaire. So you see the net pay, the pay period. I was paid on the 20th for 80 hours and 82 minutes. All right, company business hours are 0. So F9 card incentive. You see 3 different amounts for 150, 75, and then 25. So every credit card that is approved is $50. So I had 3 approved applications, so I made $150. And then the 75 and then the 25, those are incentives for me having 3 approved applications, I believe. So I made a total of $250. F9 tips, $15.24. Honestly, I don't know because I skipped that little tipping section. So maybe passengers are going back and giving me a tip. FA holiday double time is 0. Okay, LTD imputed, $425. Non-tax per diem is the first check. Over 75 and 82. Now, I did work a lot of hours. So over 75 hours, I made $208.88. So over 82 hours, I made $1,625.68. And the parking pass is $36. And basically, they give us $36 a month to park at the employee parking lot. Perfect attendance is every 6 months. Regular guarantee time is 0. Now regular pay is my base of $29.84 times 37.5 hours, which is $1,119 even. Taxable per diem is the first check. Vacation payout is once a year. And these are my deductions that have not changed. Now here are the taxes. So the federal is highly disrespectful. But yeah, the more money you make, the more that the government takes. So by far, July is my best month of flying. So the previous month I did 117, which made a little difference in my paycheck. Now I told you guys, as a reserve, to work that many hours, you have to hustle. That means I am sacrificing my days off by picking up. And you did see that with my June schedule. So this is a testament that if you hustle hard, the benefits will pay out. Now, I told you guys I am transferring to Atlanta. My days as a reserve are numbered. This is a really good month. I hope to try to emulate this going forward. But as you can see, I was a multi-thousandaire I worked 118 hours, and I'm very shocked that I made additional money with the credit cards. But all this little money that I'm making will be helpful when I get to my new base of Atlanta.